Ladies and gentlemen, Milton Pearl's Aladdin Hotel very proudly presents the First Lady of Comedy, that knockers up gal, the swinging Miss Rusty Warren.
Ready to go! Good evening. Hi, how are you tonight? Good evening. Oh, you got it. Now, just in case you don't know, my name is Rusty, and though people may think of me as lusty, it's a well-established fact I'm not too busty. So sue me. That's my advice. Now, if you want to have some fun, just follow me, girls. On the land or in the air or on the sea, girls. If some guy appeals to you, tell him it's free, girl. Try him out for size, honey. That's my advice. Now, if you have a problem, I'll advise you, as long as it's about anatomy. Oy vey. I can tell you things that may surprise you. So just wise up, honey, and listen to me. If your 6 or 7 wives have all divorced you, and you just can't find a broad that can defrost you, if wine, women, and song seem to exhaust you, give up singing, buddy. That's my advice. You know, I've got a little advice for some of you single girls in this audience tonight. Do we have any single girls here tonight? Are you a single lady? No? Married lady? Are you a single girl? One little single girl here? Is that all? Yeah? You little? Okay. Little advice for some of the single girls in our audience tonight. If opportunity knocks on your door, don't open it unless it bangs. You see, that's the first dirty word I said. You thought I was going to say knockers and poontang right away, didn't you? But I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it. Oh, got some advice for some of you heavy smokers. If you think that smoking is going to ruin your sex life, remember this. It's not how long you make it. It's how you make it long. I had to say it. I had to say it. It drives me crazy if I don't say it. You want to repeat after me, lady? It's how you make it long. Oh, you said it. Good, good. Write it down in case you forget it. Oh, got some advice for some of you men who like to go out on a windy day and fly a kite. If you can't get it up, what you need is more tail. Yay! Now, if you like my advice, try it out once or twice. If you have any sense, then you quit being tense. If you want to hear more, don't you head for that door. Sit right back. Just relax. Let's have some laughs. That's Rusty's advice. Now for my next piece of advice, that is. You know, if you really want to have some fun here tonight, each and every one of you just sort of take your clothes off and relax. Wouldn't we have a lot of laughs just sitting around staring at each other? What are you laughing at, lady? Well, you sure know how to hurt a girl, don't you? But no kidding, listen, everyone, look at the person next to you and try to picture them naked. Go ahead, look. No, not your husband, a stranger. And virgin, look at everybody, sweetie, live it up, this is your night. You know what I'd like to picture? If all the men in this audience tonight stood up in one mass naked group and gave me a standing ovation. With my luck, I couldn't even get a rise out of that one over there. Talk about sex is no longer considered dirty. Just ask the kids, they'll tell you. Right? And especially the hippies. They run around yelling, "Make love, not war." Oh, God, I've been saying that for 15 years. And you know, to a hippie, sex is not such a big deal. To them, it's like another form of communication, like shaking hands. Can you see it now? Hippie comes home to her mother. She said, "Mother, I'm pregnant." She said, "What have you been doing?" She said, "Shaking hands." She said, "Oh, my God, they changed that, too." But I don't know how a hippie can become pregnant in the first place. Because you can't tell the difference between the boys and the girls. Am I right? With the long hair and the beads and the dirty feet. You don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe the girls, truth, maybe the girls have a little rhinestone in their navel. From the looks of the boys, maybe they do. But really, a hippie came up to me the other day and he said, you know the trouble with the older generation? Is that you're uptight. You got a sex hang-up. Well, to me, a tight sex hang-up is not such a bad thing. Then he comes up to me and he said the trouble with the older generation is you're trying to do today's jobs with yesterday's tools. Well, how dare he speak to me that way? He's never even seen my tools. And then I said to him, oh yeah, well to you I may have yesterday's tools, but nobody's ever complained about my toolbox so far. Oh boy, that shut him up, honey. He just handed me a flower and he flew away. But maybe he's right, because when you stop to think of it, we of the older generation have not had the proper sex education. Right? Where'd you learn it? Think of it, sweetheart. Where'd you learn it? Thinking? In the street? Behind the barn? And in the bathroom from your cousin Shirley? Because in our day and age, sex was quiet. It was shh. Don't mention it. Maybe it will go away. Oh, yes. And when we found out about it and we wanted to try it out, where do we try it? Where? You're right, lady. In the street, behind the barn, and in the bathroom with your cousin Shirley. Both? That's the truth. Believe me, you couldn't ask your mother any questions about sex. They would give you the most ridiculous answers. I know. I asked my mother. I said, Mother, where did I come from? She says, the stork brought you. And I said, well, Mommy, where did you come from? She says, the stork brought me too. I said, well, Mommy, where did Grandma come from? She says, the stork brought all of us. Now, don't you worry about it. Well, I've come to one conclusion. There have been no normal sex relations in my family for 3 generations. And I've been trying to make up for it ever since. And you girls remember some of the rules they used to teach us? Remember some of the rules like, keep your legs crossed or you'll get in trouble. Do you remember that? Remember the other rule? Don't kiss boys. You'll have babies. Remember that one? I'll never forget the first kiss I ever had. Just a kid. He looked at me. I looked at him. Oh, you know the kind of a kiss I mean. He ran away. You couldn't find him for 3 days. And there I was, waiting for the baby. And you remember the other rule? Don't play with it. You'll go blind. Do you know how many kids took a chance in just one eye? I myself today got 20/80 vision. And look at all the guys that wear the glasses around here. Look around. Well, let's face it. Each and every one of us, all of us in this audience tonight, have a sex drive. But it's frustrated. Frustrated! They think that if you put a fig leaf on a nude statue, that there is nothing under that leaf. Well, the next time you see a statue, you lift the leaf and take a look. Oh, yes, there'll be a lot of ladies in this audience tonight who'll be out in the park with the kids one afternoon. They'll see a statue, they'll remember what the naughty and the dirty rod said, and they'll run up to the statue and they'll look under it. They'll say, oh my God, it's George! Now, let's face it, I have talked about sex over these many years, and I've come to one conclusion. I believe in sex education. I'm not worried about the kids. They're getting plenty. I'm worried about us. We ain't getting any. Right? You're getting a lady, I ain't getting it, and I'm worried about it. And I am going to open the first adult school for sex. We're going to have our own school letters. R-U-S-T-Y. Rusty's University of Sexual Techniques. Yay! We're even going to have our own motto. Remember this. Clean mind, clean body. Take your pick. We're going to have a whole bunch of new courses. We're going to have a course in physical education. You'll learn all the activity you have to know while lying flat on your back. Then we're going to have a course in ESP. That's extra sexual positions. And for you people who are not well endowed, we will have extension courses. You don't have to have good grades. All you have to do is score. And the guy with the highest score ends up on top of the class. Everyone is invited to come, especially the sex maniacs. And they, of course, will graduate with honors. Everyone, let us sing our school song. Students, raise your voices high. Cheer for our USTY. Men with everything erect, girls with everything project. Hail, hail our USTY. Proudly we cheer as your banners fly. We have just begun to fight for sex, sex, sex every morning, noon, and night. Fight, fight, fight. Join the school. This is it, darling. This is our life. You have to join. Are you ready to join, lady? You got it. Oh, yes, she's ready. I'm going to be the teacher. You be the dean. Everybody will have. Oh, my heavens, as I was looking around the audience here tonight, into the faces of some of the ladies, I noticed there are quite a few women in this audience tonight who have not seen Rusty Warren in person before. Look at the face on that one. They're looking very strange, like saying, oh, my God, what is it? Oh, my goodness. Oh, what did the bus take us here for? And one lady's holding on to the elbow of this gentleman here, real tight, saying, oh, God, if it talks to me, I think I'm gonna die. Well, I guess I will take a moment to explain. So many people who have never seen me in person before, but have either heard my albums at home, or they've heard them in a neighbor's house Sunday after church. They get a very funny impression from listening to my records of what our Rusty Warren really looks like. Because from listening to the albums, they seem to feel that Rusty Warren is a real big, busted broad with a big boobies. I want big boobies like this lady got right over here. Why the hell do you need them? You don't need big boobies. You're going to get 10 cents off of a can of peas at the supermarket. You don't need big boobs. I need them. Because I am known as a knockers-up girl. And I haven't got one decent knocker to bring you people tonight. I want big boobs. Don't laugh, lady. This is so important. Do you possibly think by some miracle up there in the heavens above, that could make it possible for you to give me your boobies? Would you give me your boobies? Oh, speak, boobies, speak. Would you let me have your boobies? No, she won't give me your boobies. Not because she's a selfish woman, because he won't let her. He is a boobie maker. She was nothing, flat-chested till the day this beautiful man met her. And over the many, many years, and how many years have you been married, may I ask that? 30 years it took him to create these boobs. I wonder, would you shake my hand, sir? Give me the vibration. Let me feel it. Oh my God, I feel the heat coming through my body. I know that my booby is going to grow. Think over the 30 years what you have done for your wife, and help do for me what you have done for her. Oh, my right knocker just felt something there. Oh, thank you, sir. I felt the warmth of your hand come up my right hand, and I did. I really felt something. Oh, there is a miracle. There is a God. I know this out there. My heavens. Oh, my dear, look at the little boobies down here. I'm awfully sorry. I have been selfish. Because I am performing on the stage. I have been selfish by letting the booby maker only help me and not help these other little nanny no-knockers that are in this room tonight. Oh, look, he's poking her. He said, let it help her, let it help her. That's all right. We have a lot of little nanny no-knockers here. Don't worry, don't cry. I saw a tear come from your eye. Please don't cry. Would you wipe the tear away with your handkerchief, sir, please? Please don't cry, please. All the little nanny no-knockers, I'm going to tell you something that is going to make big boobs sick. Sick, sick, sick. I have taken a survey, and I have found out that there are more little nanny no-knockers in this world today than there are big busted broads. Did you know that? All of us nanny no-knockers, we have our own group called the IBTC. That's the Itty Bitty Titty Committee. Yay for the nanny no-knockers. Down with the big boobs. No, you're gonna be busy boys, sir. Running around helping all the little nanny no-knockers. They're going to attack you as they leave the room. Oh, yes. All these little nanny no-knockers are going to run up to you and say, Booby Baker! Booby Baker, wait! Wait for me! Help my boob! Help! Help! They will. And he will help. Oh, boy, will he. Whether it works or not, he's going to help everybody. Men are booby lovers! You do not believe me? It's truth. I will prove it right here tonight. All the men in this audience tonight who really like boobies go, yahoo! See what I mean? And everything in this world is so automatic, I want to cry. They have machines to do everything. It's pathetic. We're just a bunch of numbers on punch cards, all of us. Please, all of you men involved in the inventions or the directions of these machines, stop doing it. Because one of these days you're going to invent yourself right out of the sack. They're going to invent some sort of machine where you have to push a little button and your wife's in Chicago and you're in LA and you call her up and say, ready, honey? Yeah, I'm ready. Push the button. Whoopee! Don't do it! I know a story about a fella walking down the airport. He sees a machine with a hole in it and said, haircut, $1. Couldn't believe it. Put the dollar in, stuck his head in the hole. 5 minutes later, took his head out. Had the best damn haircut he ever had. Unbelievable. Machine did this. And he walks further down the airport. He saw another machine, had 10 little holes in it. It said manicure, $1. He said, well, I'll give it a try. Put the dollar in, shoved his fingers in the hole. A few seconds later, took his fingers out. Had the best damn manicure he ever had. Unbelievable that a machine could do this. Then he walks into the men's room and he saw another machine. Wait a minute! The machine had a hole in it, about that big. And it said, your wife away from home, $1. He says, oh boy, I gotta try this. And he puts the dollar in, gets himself in place in the machine. About 5 seconds later, he lets out the most blood-curdling scream you could ever believe, pulls himself out of the machine, he looks down, and there's a little button sewn on the end of it. See, his wife sewed a lot, honey, you gotta believe. Well, we live in a world of change today. Everything changes, you know it. We're in the midst of it all the time. Weather, clothes, time, everything changes. But you know there are certain things in this world that never change. And I believe that we need changes in this world today. Let's see if you agree with me. Go ahead, hit it, boys. I'm gonna talk up changes we should make, and I mean right away. Now I wanna know if you agree with what I say. Shout it out! Don't be shy. All those in favor say aye. All those in favor say I am gonna need help from each and every one in this audience tonight. If you believe that we need changes in this world today, I want each and every one of you to shout out, aye. Do you believe that we need changes in this world today? Everybody now. God bless. First of all, the thing that really bugs me and I feel needs changing is that we women have to bear all the suffering and discomfort in this world today. Why can't the men share some of these pains? After all, if we are to have equal rights, we should have equal pains. How do you feel about that? All those in favor say aye. Well, let's face it, girls. Ever since we were little girls, what did we have to look forward to every month? Cramps. Right? I was a good kid. I had a rotten brother. He should have had the damn cramps. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll split it up. You guys get the cramps every other month and it won't be so bad on all of us. All those in favor say aye. I'll even go further than that. I think that you guys should have every other baby. How do you feel about that, girls? All those in favor say aye. Is there not one unselfish man in this audience tonight who would gladly take some of the pain away from his wife? Not one? Do you really think it's easy to walk around with a heavy load for 9 months? You guys should try it sometime. Girls, can you picture your husband pregnant now? Can you see him down at the office, standing by the water cooler, getting nauseous from morning sickness? And can you picture your husband in his 8th month? He's a mechanic. And he's working under a car. He says, "Hey, Fred, jack the car up some more. The kid just kicked me again." Or can you picture your husband as a dentist in his 7th month? Can you picture him trying to get close enough to drill you? Then comes that magic moment. The moment you've been waiting for. Wouldn't it be wonderful just for a change? For you to pack his little hospital suitcase with all the little goodies in it? Like the vitamin pills, the electric shaver, the aftershave lotion, nausea pills, and cigars. Then wouldn't it be wonderful, just for the fun of it, if he woke you up at 4 a.m. in the morning, standing there in his little maternity suit, saying, "Honey, I think you better get the car out." And when you get to the hospital, can you picture your husband going through 16 hours of labor? Never! He'd form a damn union for overtime. And if he wants the kid nursed, let him nurse it. See how the hell he likes to walk around with sore knockers half his life. All those in favor say aye. Now let's face it, ladies. When our children are grown, what do we have to look forward to? Hot flashes. I don't understand it. The first 3 letters of the word menopause is M-E-N. Men. Somebody goofed. At least you guys should get every other flash. Now, I've been talking about changes that have made things easier for women, and a lot of you men have not agreed with me. Now we're going to talk about some changes that you will agree with. Over the many years, women's clothing may not have been too comfortable, but never have they ever been dangerous and frightening. The zipper in men's trousers is both frightening and dangerous. It is a lethal weapon. Can you imagine if a guy is trying to get into his pants fast, he could damn near castrate himself. And it's frightening. Do you know the most frightening thing to a young virgin is the sound of a zipper unzipping in the dark? It should be done away with. We should have something quiet, soundless, reassuring, like maybe a little pocket, so that whoever wants to can just sort of reach in and get whatever it is they need. All those in favor say, don't be afraid to say. All those in favor say, aye. Oh boy, tonight's really, no matter what happens in these shows and all the things I talk about, I get blamed for everything. I know a girl talked to me and she said, "I'm going out with this guy and I really like him very, very much. He wants to make love to me, but I'm afraid of getting pregnant. What should I do?" And I said, "Well, you silly thing, the pill. Just use the pill. You won't have any worries at all. Everything will be fine. Listen to your mother, Rusty. Listen to me, darling." And a few months later, I bumped into her. She was frantic. Came screaming up to me, "It's your fault! I'm pregnant, and it's your fault! You did it!" I said, "What's the matter? What happened? Didn't you use the pill?" She says, "I used it, but it didn't work." I said, "What do you mean it didn't work? It works for everybody else. How come it didn't work for you?" "Why not?" She said, "Well, every time I stood up, it fell out." Now I ask you, is that my fault? When he ate the apple from that garden, back when time began, she was tempted by Satan, who had an evil plan. She ate that apple with such remorse. To me, it sounds like applesauce. Now you can put the blame on Adam, put the blame on him. One day Adam's fig leaf just blew away, and little Evie, she just had to play. Yeah. The great Mae West is full of wisdom. She spreads it all around. She gets plenty of loving, 'cause she buys it by the pound. I said, to what do you owe your eternal you? She said, honey, if you wanna know the truth, now you can't put the blame on sex. Sex is here to stay. Whether they're young or they're old and wise, not the age that counts, honey, it's the size. Woo! A man in the house is worth two in the street, honey. They say that money's the root of all evil. Just ask Howard Hughes. He's buying all of Las Vegas just to have a place to cruise. Now if I had his money, I'd do the same. On every stud, I'd lay my claim that I could put the blame on Howard, put the blame on Hughes. The door to my harem would be so thin that one by one they'd all get in. Now all you virgins, gather round me and listen to my plea. Give some guy a free sample from your cherry tree. And when he asks for another one, that's when your life has just begun. And you can put the blame on Rusty. That's all right, honey. Put the blame on me. Would you believe I was only 3 when some kid sampled my cherry tree? Oh! The stories I've told you are not quite true, but here's one thing that I'll say to you. Do anything that you want to do. It's not a shame. Just don't take the blame. You're wild tonight. I'm ready. I'm always ready. That's the truth. I don't mean to be, but in this town, it's competitive. Oh, yeah. A middle-aged broad ain't got a chance in this town. Especially one with no knockers. You know, I wanted to do the show naked. I want to do it without my clothes. Everybody else in the strip works naked. I want to work naked. They wouldn't let me. I auditioned, did my little G-string, and I went up to the office. Big board of directors. Looked like a tall pink boy with red hair. And I heard one guy say to the other, and he must have had about 10% of the place. He's like 2 raisins on an ironing board. We just have a few young daters who have been brought here under duress. Yes, they have been brought to this show by horny little men who are thinking in their minds, I know, I'll bring it to see Rusty Warren. Figuring in his clever little masculine mind that I'm gonna do the work for him. I'm gonna get up here and talk about it. She's gonna listen to it. He's gonna get all excited. He's gonna take her home and go, whoopee! Don't give it to him. What did you say, sir? You don't even know her? You mean they just sat you down here? And she's saying, no, you're going to give it to her. No, no. If things get rough about 5 in the morning, you'll find me out at the back bar. I'm the one that's falling off the stool going, yuppie! And you just come by and say, how much? And I'll tell you. Oh, yeah. No, not for me. I'll pay you. No. Oh, no, they got plenty of those girls around. Hell no. I'm different. Oh, yeah, I pay. Oh, God, do I pay. How much? Oh, me? Yeah, no, but how much do you want? All of it? No, you don't want no money? Did you hear that, kids? That's the first time they ever said they just wanted me for me. I may faint and forget the show. You want to come up here and do it? They'll figure something to play. You're very young. Maybe the minute waltz would help. Well, I just lost Joe. I know, but there isn't a wife in this audience tonight worth her soul I'll ever have the nerve to say, oh, I don't want to do it tonight, I have a headache. Because men are no more fools. Not today, they're not. They're wise to that headache thing, honey. They've had it for years. They'll outsmart you every time. Don't be a fool, girls. Never say you got a headache, because they ain't gonna believe it. You're just gonna get a whole bunch of Excedrin and Compose, wrap it all up in a smart glass of water, hand it to you, say, here, drink it. That ain't the end I want anyway. Oh, yes, I've taken a survey over all the cities I've been in to find out all the excuses that the wives have made up by not doing it. In the Midwest, they say, oh, we can't do it. The window's open. The neighbors will hear. And I know a lot of men in the Midwest, all over, who have gone to the expense of purchasing an air conditioner unit for the bedroom. Maybe $300. Installed it himself. Then he said, there it is, honey. Turn the knobs where you want them, baby. Guys, get ready. And in the middle of the whole thing, she'll say, stop! I can't go any further. The cold air is blowing on my neck. I can't stand it. You can't do it because Mother is visiting. No, where sent that? Oh, is that your mother? I'm sorry. Mother is visiting. Now, that is a very foolish statement for a wife to make. Because no doubt, this wife has presented Mommy with grandchildren. Where did these beautiful little specimens come from? The trees? Somebody in the house is doing it. Whether it's her precious daughter or the son, somebody's doing it. So don't give me the mother will hear. Any other excuses? The kids are awake. The kids will hear. Do you think they're gonna listen? Oh yeah, maybe, you're right. You're right, because they got those little tape recorders and things going. Wouldn't that be wild? They come down to breakfast and say, hey, Ma, I got a hell of a tape of you last night. You were wild. They'll put on a little rock and roll. Reckon you'll be a star. Best excuse of all. Don't touch me. I just had my hair done. Now, is that something? We spend hours in the beauty salon, right? To get gorgeous. For who? Your neighbors? Your mother you're getting gorgeous for? For him? And you walk in the house and you are gorgeous. And he looks at you and right? He starts scratching the floor and climbing the whole thing. And he says, no. And for 4 days he's cut off. Don't touch. When can he have her? The day before she has the beauty appointment. You ever see her that night? You're thinking, huh? Because all week she went with the hairspray and the ratting and the thing in the hair. She combs it out, loosens it, lets it feel free. She looks like Phyllis Diller in Heat. She puts cream all over her face because she's got to keep herself in shape. Puts cream in the elbows, cream in the boobies, cream in the buttocks, cream in the knees. She's greased from head to toe. And the hair's all over the place. And she's laying there saying, okay, baby. Come get me, Daddy. And he's saying, oh, my God. And maybe I'll close my eyes. I'll take a jump. I won't miss it. And he takes a running jump under the bed. He goes, what? And she goes, shoot. Slides right out from under, right on the damn floor. Well, I'll promise you one thing, honey. Any guy that had guts enough to bring his own wife into this show tonight, I promise that this man is automatically going to get lucky tonight. I have spoken. And if she don't give it to you, I will. Because when you do it with me, honey, it ain't cheating, it's charity. Big boobs, we did not forget you. You are going to be president of the Knockers Up March here tonight. Our national anthem. Knockers up, knockers up, knockers up. Oh my God, my turtle died. Ladies, get your knockers up, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3. Throw your shoulders back and get your knockers up, 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 up. Shoulders back, knockers up, big smile. There, you have a lovely smile. Doesn't that make your navel tingle when you do that? Ladies, I have said that man was born to thrust upon us with the biggest and the best that they have. I feel that it is our turn now to rise and unite and thrust back at them with the biggest and the best that we have. In order to do that, I want every lady sitting here in this audience tonight to march proudly through the Aladdin Hotel with the knockers held high, flapping in the breeze, proving we have something to give in this crazy world today. Ladies, are you ready to commence the march of the knockers? Everybody march. Back with the shoulders round about. Get those knockers up and out. 1, 2, 3, forward. 1, 2, 3, forward. 1, 2, 3, forward. 1, 2. El Presidente, my boobie, salute your boobie. Salute your boobie. Thank you, dear. Thank you, dear. She saluted her boobie right back to me. God bless her. Ladies, you're not marching. You know, you don't have to have large knockers to do this march. Just do as the men do. Think big, right? Back with the shoulders round about. Get those knockers up and out. 1, 2, 3, forward. 1, 2, 3, forward. 1, 2, 3, forward. 1, 2. Cut! You know, I've been yelling and screaming about knockers over these many years, and yet I have neglected a part of the anatomy that has been near and dear to the hearts of so many. A part of the anatomy that has been abused, sat on, slapped, spanked, pinched, kicked, and ridiculed. My next song is an apology to all of you fanny fanciers in this audience tonight. All of you people out there with saggy, droopy, flabby bottoms, take heart. This song is for you. Keep your bottoms up. Yeah, yeah, everybody shout. Oh, yeah, keep your bottoms up. Yeah, yeah, and there'll be no doubt. Now, if some guy should pass you by and he should give you a tweak, yeah, yeah, turn the other cheek. All you ladies out there who want your fannies pinched, keep your bottoms up. Suck in your stomach, throw out your knockers, and keep those bottoms up. I want you to feel the spirit of it. Are you ready, girls? Here we go now. Keep your bottoms up. Oh, yeah, don't you dare to frown. Oh, no, keep your bottoms up. Yeah, yeah, if your spirit's down. Now, if you're 35 and over and you can't get a man, yeah, yeah, shake your little can. All you ladies out there with little bottoms, clap your hands in time to the music. All the ladies with little bottoms, let's hear you now. Clap their hands in time to the music. Itsy bitsy bottoms. Well, we don't have any little bottoms here tonight, do we? All right, we will ask the big bottoms, men and women alike. Just clap your hands, all the big bottoms here tonight. Clap your hands in time to the music. That's right, bounce those bottoms on the seat of your chairs. There, doesn't it make you feel good to feel those bottoms bouncing? Don't you do it, honey, you'll hurt yourself. Your boobies will get into your nose, your navel will fall out, and your bottom will be bouncing, and you'll, oh my God, you'll get sick, sick, sick. Don't do it, darling. Yeah. Keep your fanny firm. Yeah, yeah, do it by yourself. Oh yeah, keep your fanny firm. Yeah, yeah, girdles on the shelf. Now if you move from side to side and then you bump and you grind, you'll find you've a firm behind. Ladies, throw your girdles out the window. Wiggle when you walk to the supermarket in the morning. Proudly flap your bottom in the breeze. Make your neighbors sit up and take notice. Yeah, honey, just give 'em hell. Are you ready, dear? Keep your buttocks high. Oh, yeah, never let 'em sag. No, no, keep your buttocks high. Oh, yeah, never let 'em drag. Now, if there's one thing in this world that you should treat with great care, yeah, it's your derriere. Oh, yeah, it's your firm behind. Oh, man, it's your little can. Yeah, keep your bottoms up, everybody. Yeah, bottoms up, everybody.
Rusty Warren, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Rusty Warren.
Oh, between the knockers and the bottoms. Oh, you have been a delightful audience tonight. I have been out here shouting, just as loud as can be, all about sex and my philosophy. But I'd like to take a moment, if I may, to tell you all the things that I'd really like to say. If the world doesn't seem very right, and you feel there's no reason to fight, if the future is not very bright, just try love. If the things that make living worthwhile are beginning to go out of style, you must know that it's not juvenile to try love. You'll find that the answer is love every day of your life. And living together should mean so much more than just being man and wife. If you feel that your life's passed you by and you're searching for some reason why, it won't matter as long as you try to find love. It's the real things that count in the end. If just once you have made a true friend, you no longer will have to pretend. You found love. You found love. If you search, you will find, with your heart, not your mind, that the answer for all of mankind is love, is love. Yes, the answer for all of mankind is love.
Miss Rusty Warren, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for this truly marvelous performer, the incomparable Miss Rusty Warren.